Here we are. It's poll 34, I believe. First one exclusively on coffee.com/Alex Haitz. I have transitioned from Patreon to Coffee. And so this is actually going to be, Coffee doesn't have their own built-in poll system. So I have to use like straw poll. And there's like a link in the, yeah, no. Anyway, so yeah, this is the first Coffee poll. These are albums I have chosen. Usually we alternate back and forth between the Discord people choosing some albums, and then I choose the next poll. Last time, Leaves Turn Inside You was chosen. Interesting album. I have a follow-up for that coming out soon. But now, I have some ones that I've picked. I don't really have any like rhyme or reason behind these. I just know that these are some that I've wanted to get to for a while, or they're interesting to me, etc., etc. And I feel like everybody's been wanting these, except for maybe one. One of these hasn't really been requested like at all. So and that's number 2, I believe. So we'll get to that in a moment. But yeah. So the first one that we have, Darklands. Almost as soon as I did Psycho Candy, everyone's like, Darklands. Darklands is actually better. Came out in 87. Psycho Candy was 85. And this is, I think, a little less like brill building, noisy, kind of proto shoegaze stuff. And it's apparently a little bit more, I don't know, the genres look a little more akin to maybe like what REM was doing a little bit. Got some like alt rock in here, early alt rock, jangle pop as well. 36 minutes. I don't know. A lot of people have been wanting me to do it. Some people say they like it better than Psycho Candy. I'm like, okay, sure, interesting. Second one, I don't believe anybody has asked me to do this, but I know that I need to get to this band in one way or the other. And that is Lincoln by They Might Be Giants. 1988, kind of indie pop, the geek rock thing, you know, some power pop in here as well. It's quirky. I've listened to maybe like 5 to 6 tracks off of Flood. I find They Might Be Giants to be melodic, fun, entertaining. They did the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse theme song, Hot Dog, Hot Dog, Hot Diggity Dog. This album, however, I have not heard a single thing off of it. I actually don't know how long it is because it's not saying on here. Maybe about like 39 minutes, looks like. But I know people love They Might Be Giants as far as like quirky alt rock goes. You know, people put them next to Ween occasionally. So yeah, there's that as well. Next one, we have Underwater Moonlight by the Soft Boys. This is one that I haven't gotten requested a lot over the course of my channel, but I have recently. Ever since going through like REM, and I feel like there was another band I went through where people were kind of mentioning this band and this album. I had not heard of them before. I actually keep getting this mixed up with Matthew Sweet, Girlfriend. I think because they're maybe both kind of power pop adjacent. I don't know. It's just my brain. But this is like 1980. Neo-psych, post-punk, jangle pop, maybe kind of like a precursor to what REM was doing, which I find kind of interesting. 35 minutes long. I like melodic power pop, so everyone's been talking about this one, so I'm like, I'll throw it on the list. Maybe we'll listen to it. And the last one is one that people have been wanting me to do ever since, let me check, basically 2019. So for the last like 5 years or so, people have been wanting me to do this one because I did the first album from this band, and this, of course, is Antics. Basically the last good Interpol album before they kind of lost their way. I know some people think there's some quality to Our Love to Admire, but if I'm not mistaken, this is the last album with Carlos as the bassist. And as you all know with Weezer, once you lose your bassist after the first 2 albums, you're screwed as far as a band goes. It's just the pattern. Yeah, this has Evil on it, which I've heard part of that track. I think I've heard part of Slow Hands. Heard nothing else here. I've grown to really like Turn on the Bright Lights. Tracks like Untitled Obstacle 1, NYC PDA. I love Roland on there, Leif Erikson. It's a fantastic album, of course. And I think I'm primed and ready for some more Interpol in my life. So that 2004 album from them is the last one on this list. So yeah, head on over to this link here. I'll also have the link directly to the poll in the description down below. The voting for this album will go up through April 16th, 2024. And then on the 17th, I will record the reaction for whichever album wins. Now, you need to be a Coffee member to be able to vote in this poll. Currently, I only have 3 people on here. I have paused all of my support and billing on Patreon until people move over. I still have 49 people following my Patreon, 14 of them paying members. So if you're a paying member on my Patreon, please cancel your pledge, move it over to Coffee. Because I only have right now 3 monthly supporters on Coffee. So 3 people will be voting in this unless you guys join the Coffee or move from Patreon to Coffee. But as little as $1 a month is all you need to jump in to be able to vote in this poll. And like I said, it will go up through the 16th, and I'll record the album on the 17th. So with that, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Choose something good, and I will catch you in whatever I do next. Fare thee well. Godspeed.